Hi. On Saturday night, I viewed the fabulous Fanny Brice show, and it was fabulous indeed. The show was absolutely entertaining and overall fantastic, from the acting to the costuming to the scenery. Kimberly Greensburg entertains audiences as Fanny Brice and a one-woman show. It follows a different story than what is portrayed in the musical movie Funny Girl and gives you more insight on Miss Brice's life. The musical journey takes the audience, on a journey about the life and relationships of Brice and sings some of Fanny's most popular songs, such as My Man, and even songs from the musical inspired by her life, such as Don't Rain on My Parade. The show was extremely intimate, as it was a cabaret performance. It was not performed on a big Broadway stage, and the personal anecdotes of Fanny's life just made it all that much more personal to me. During one of the songs, she leaves the stage and walks through the audience and interacts with members. It was in that moment that I wish I could have seen this show in person to feel that intimate connection. I miss live performance way too much. She also made a joke and then pointed at a member in the audience and goes, "Are you from the neighborhood? I thought you looked familiar." And again, that was a moment I wish I could have experienced live. It was a different atmosphere from the shows I am used to, such as ballets and musicals, where there is no audience inclusion, or almost no audience inclusion. I hope when the world reopens, I can see this show or a show like it live. The background of the stage had a black curtain hanging on it with posters of Fanny's most popular shows on it. There was a piano and pianist also on stage, and there was colorful flowers on it. There's just something about live music that just makes the show that much more entertaining to me. On the other side of the stage was a small vanity where a bunch of props and little accessories were portraying a bit of a dressing room for Fanny. During certain songs, the singer would pick up a boa or another type of accessory that went along with the story she was telling. The singer started the show wearing a black cloak, and as she started singing, she opened it, and it showed a beautiful purple satin dress, one that you would have seen in the 1920s when Fanny was alive. The opening of the cloak during the first song symbolized for me Fanny beginning to be able to open up to the audience about her life with her 3 husbands, especially her first husband. She was in a spotlight that followed her around stage, and except for that spotlight, the stage was mostly dim, although still lit so you could see the pieces of the set. Kimberly really portrayed Fanny, and you felt like you were really hearing Fanny's story from Fanny Brice herself. She spoke with a Brooklyn accent, which is where Fanny was from. She spoke clearly for the audience to understand what was being said and add character to her voice, which made the story come even more alive to me. As when people are telling stories, sometimes they begin to get monotone and you get lost. She made jokes in times of happiness and it reflected in her voice. You could hear her nervousness in her voice when she recalled an audition where they asked her, "Do you know how to dance?" And she goes, "Oh, of course," in a shaky tone. She just made the story sound so interesting and intriguing. The performance concludes with Greensburg taking off her wig and undoes her hair, becoming Kimberly again, and is no longer portraying Fanny Brice. She then tells the audience of Fanny's death and legacy. She shared her personal connection to Fanny from when she first watched Funny Girl when she was young, and how she learned so much from her. She then lists off the life lessons that Miss Brice has taught her from reading and researching her. She has taught Kimberly and everyone who admires her for her ability to take control, say what you want, and not be afraid. Fanny helped Kimberly build her confidence, and that is why she becomes her each night, to allow others to experience Fanny Brice, as Kimberly once did, and learn from Fanny, in hopes that she will help others just like she helped Kimberly. She then sings 2 songs as herself, which are songs that were inspired by Brice for the musical movie Funny Girl. I highly recommend this show for anyone who enjoys the musical movie Funny Girl, as the main character was indeed a real person. Anyone who enjoys an intimate show, or just wants a good laugh, although there are heart-wrenching moments at times. I would see this show a million times over, as Greensburg is a true performer, always captivating her audiences. Whenever I would get bored, as a one-person show tends to do, especially if they're over an hour long like this one, she would then say a line with such emotion, start singing a song, or doing a funny dance, or something different, and I was hooked again. I felt like a little girl with a big dream watching this performance, and was inspired even more to chase my dream, just like Fanny did almost 100 years ago. Thank you.